What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today, well, I kind of wanted to talk about what I feel like a lot of people are feeling. This just felt like a very boring, blah type of event, I think, for a lot of players, especially free-to-play, and even for some low spenders. There were some decent low spender packs in this event, but it didn't really give a crazy amount of value. Heck, we've definitely had regular events during the year that have performed better than this, and we're gonna break this down and talk about each and every one of them. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into this and just talk about, in a retrospect, how Chinese New Year 2025 actually was. So I think to start off, we need to talk about one of the main portions of this event, and that is the kind of like the choice between Journey to the West, Havoc in the Dragon Palace. This is nothing different than what we normally get. Granted, you do get potentially some more treasure train coupons, but not really as a free-to-play or low spender here, and then you end up turning them in the mysterious sales. This is literally just the same shop we've had over and over and over again. We have the special deals, getting the first 3 floors as free-to-play. Pretty easy. It does net you 2 core of origin shards, which normally would be something I would praise, but this is essentially the normal event we have nowadays. However, this one turned out kind of sour because you basically had to do a crazy amount, or basically all of your heroic summons. You had to do all of your soul awakenings where there's no actual soul awakening event tied to it, and spend $5 in order to get down in this event here, the mysterious sales, to get an additional like 5-10 purchase here, or just go for Destiny transition materials, which I guess for $5 getting Destiny transition materials is pretty good. But the fact that you had to in fact unload like a full 1,800-ish to 2,000 heroic scrolls is probably puts that at one of the steepest events we've ever had. Now, you could say, well, Barry, you didn't have to go that far. You could have only gone for 10 points, and 10 points would have still netted you up here one of these chests. I'd say, sure, yeah, that's fine. But when we're talking about something like Chinese New Year, they gotta be a lot more generous with the actual main portion of this event. Now, I'm not gonna discount, because there were some extra side events here, things like the Leaping Flame that could potentially get you more rewards. Of course, it refunds you gems that you might have spent this week. And you could get some extra bonus rewards down here, but these rewards overall, again, very, very lacking, and not something that a lot of people are going to get. Yes, there were also gold rewards, which included like a C- copy, a single treasure train ticket. Like, saving 8 of them is the only way to get a decent amount of treasure train tickets, and even then, the treasure is only for PvP as well. Like, I think that's another thing to talk about with this, is the fact that yes, we are able to make these treasures up. I can craft them, and they can then probably do a little bit of upgrading on some things here, and then disassembling on some things here. But let's be honest, these treasures were not really impactful. I didn't even unlock the Jade Snake one in this. But the fact that they're just all the PvP modes for the majority of the player base is completely useless. The raw stats, yes, those are cool. It wouldn't be nice to get a 1-star unlock on the Jade Snake too, but as a free-to-play, that's kind of impossible to do without spending a little bit of money. The best way to do it is in the Havoc in Dragon Palace. But in order to do that, you need more of these, which means you need to do soul awakenings, and you need to spend a little money, and that's not what I'm doing this week. So that is where my other big frustration comes in when it comes to the big main portion of this event. Now, if it was just this main portion that was just mediocre and the other events were pretty decent, I'd be a little bit more on board here. But like I said, first off, the moment of warmth wasn't anything special. The one event that usually gets everybody going, this is the event that most people love every time it comes around, the 8 Trigrams Furnace. Man, it felt pretty bad to go through. Now, of course, you had your 3 daily for a total of 14 days, so you did get quite a few from there. You can spend a ton of gems to purchase them there. But besides that, there is only VIP points, essentially, that you're going to get these from. There are a couple other, like, places you can potentially get them from as well, but that's not something that's really crazy. And of course, if you consume 4 or more, or basically 10, you're guaranteed 3 Zodiac elixirs, which is it's an interesting one. So you can see this is the normal event that has the lucky post, and every day there was a combination of different ones to actually hit. But when you, even with all these different combinations added, like it's too random here. Like you can see I hit 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 of them completely as a free-to-play account. You know, some of these are kind of cool with, like, you know, sublimation. Other ones are crazy amount of star spawn cores. Other ones even have star soul materials, which is cool. Didn't hit a single one of them out of all of these lucky posts, and that went from the 29th all the way up to the 4th. Now technically we should get like one more day of these, but that's a lot of misses on this. And beyond that, I feel like they haven't made the goal rewards as good as they could be. In past events, I've seen free-to-play literally get like the 4 times and 5 time multipliers. You might have got lucky, and that might have been you. I've seen a lot of people complain about this, and they did at the top end start rewarding people with A- and A crystals for going absolutely crazy. But you got to remember, getting up here is literally like $2,000 sometimes. If you get lucky, you can do it for like as low as 1,000. I think we've looked in the past, at least in the old events. I haven't done any calculations on this event. It's a huge investment for it, and for the value of it, it just doesn't feel like it's there. I don't know, maybe it's just me. The 8 Trigrams Furnace feels like it's been one of the worst RNG events we've had, and I typically love this event. Now, we do have some other side events. Most of these are for spenders, but if you did go in on heroic summons, you did get a decent refund on this. You got what? 16, 160, 70, 80, 260 back in return on top of the 180 you get from the loops itself. So it kind of gives you like a 500 discount. That's pretty decent here. We of course have the Transcendence Fight as always. We have the Soul Awakening Gala that's useless. We have the Treasure Train tickets, and then of course we have the spender packs, which, again, this is probably not a bad deal. I will say the New Year growth plans overall seem pretty good overall. I mean, you're getting lots of contract starter gems. If you did the events and you're continuing to do them, this is probably pretty good value. One thing to note is all these chests do have the new Sun Wukong in it. And of course, on top of that, you're getting 5-star light shards, which is food that you need to create this hero on day 1. So there are some positives to this event, but I feel like overall it's just been probably one of the most mediocre mid events we've kind of ever seen here. Not really even anything in the shop that's great to purchase. So I don't know, you guys leave your opinions down below. I love to hear what you guys think. Again, I think it's just been very, very mid, maybe even below mid. And usually Chinese New Year is one of the 2 greatest events of the year. Chinese New Year and Anniversary are some of the most giving things to the community, and it just wasn't that this time. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys next time.